Hey guys, this is the court hearing between James Lee, the judge, for me and James Thomas, because my boy was my fiance's name, and he did not get the. They said that he did not get the money. So listen and see who's right and who's wrong. This girl's so just dumb.
All right, and I have someone else attending today's hearing. Can I get you to state your name for the record? The other person that is logged into today's hearing, looks like you're using a phone. If I could get you to unmute your microphone so that I can hear you. Please state your name. Okay. And your name?
James.
I'm sorry.
He's just James is here too. He told me to call because he don't really know how to. Can't hear very well, so he's still listening a little.
What's your name?
My name is Danielle. I'm on the lease underneath it too.
You're on the lease as well?
Yes.
Danielle is Daniel.
Yes.
And last name?
Carrier, Carier.
So, Mr. Thomas, are you there?
Yes, if you're there.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're James Thomas, correct?
James Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. So with that being said, welcome everyone to the McLennan County Justice of the Peace Court Precinct 2 remote proceedings. Remote, I mean say virtual. We're using technology to enable us to have this hearing today. Today's case is an eviction suit. Cause number is J2V as in Victor 22-0433. Whereas we have bentwood property of Mr. David Curry being represented today by Jackie Hestelow. Filed suit against defendant James Thomas and all occupants. Representing the defendant is themselves, Mr. James Thomas, and I also have Danielle Carrier, who states that she is also on the lease. With that being said, I'm going to have everyone sworn in. Mr. Thomas and Ms. Carrier, even though I cannot see you, I am going to assume that you are complying with the instructions to swear in. With that being said, please raise your right hands. Do each of you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Yeah. Do you swear?
Yes.
He said yes.
Okay. This pertains to the address located at 1208 Frost Avenue, Waco, Texas 76708. At the time of filing, the plaintiff, Bentwood Properties, on behalf of Mr. Curry, indicated that you did not pay your rent, your full rent for May. Say you owed $50 for May. Said you owed $700 for June, and then they also said that you owed $700 for July. And so with that being said, I'm going to make sure that you all have some instructions with regards to today's hearing, and then we'll proceed on. Even though you are not physically inside the courtroom, that does not mean that you do not have to follow all of the rules of the court. So what that means is that if whatever you would do if you were physically in front of me, you would do right here. And if you do something that you should not do, I will tell you that you're doing something wrong. And then if you continue to do so, then there's other actions that I can take as judge to make sure you don't do that again. Also, I want to make sure that both of you understand, or that everyone understands, that this hearing is also being broadcasted live on the YouTube page of Judge James Lee to ensure that this court remains in accordance with all applicable laws. Now, what's going to happen next is I'm going to allow Ms. Hestelow to speak first. She's going to tell me everything that she did leading up to the case getting up to this point. Afterwards, I will give you the opportunity, the defendants, Mr. Thomas and Ms. Carrier, the opportunity to defend yourselves. I did receive give you the opportunity to enlighten me as to everything you were wanting to relay. All right? And so with that being said, Ms. Hestelow, you may speak first.
Yes, sir. We do have a lease. The lease shows that James Thomas is the responsible party for paying. The occupants are Rebecca Kimberly and Daniel Carrier. So Mr. Thomas was the only one that actually signed the lease itself.
Okay.
The lease actually ended around December 2018.
Sort of month to month?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They were given notice to vacate on July the 6th with a 3-day notice ending July the 9th at 11:59 p.m. That notice was posted on the door and was also mailed same day USPS by 5 o'clock. Given the circumstances that we were not able to get inside the property, there are some issues in there that would not be safe to send our people in there.
Yeah.
Did provide the court with the lease, 3-day notice to vacate, military affidavit, and our permission to represent Mr. Corey.
Right, I do see that right there. Let's start with the lease. As you stated, the lease is the parties number one, top one, and number one of the lease. It does say that the lease is in between James Thomas and the owner, WCC LLC. That's pertaining to the address of 1208 Frost. And as you stated, occupants in today's case are Rebecca Kimberly and Danielle Carrier. According to the terms of this lease, the monthly rent is
$700 per month.
Yeah.
$700 per month. I see that there. All right. And Bentwood, you've been the only person. You were the agent at that time, representing your client. I see that. Okay. All right. And when was the last time you received any monies from the defendants?
That would be May, but it was not the complete amount of rent. So May, they still owe $50. June, $700. July, $700. Giving total delinquent rent as the date of filing, and right now is $1,450.
And so in May, you received roughly $650. Is that not including late fees? Is that about right?
That's correct, sir.
Okay. All right. And nothing in June, nothing in July.
Correct.
All right. And you stated that the reason why you couldn't go inside was for some reasons. So you can just very briefly tell me why you couldn't go in, why you wouldn't think it's safe enough to go inside and post a notice at the inside of the door.
So we have where the electrician tried to go in there, and we also have pictures from code enforcement as well. There's so much trash in there. And also we tried to send pest control in, but until the trash could come out, we couldn't send them in for bed bugs. So there is trash everywhere, dog poop, urine, cigarette butts, and there's minimal occupation.
That's pretty much it. You didn't want your maintenance personnel going inside bed bugs, hopping on their legs and things like that to put it out of the door. Okay,
yes,
all right.
Carrying it on to other things.
That's safe. Okay, I understand the reason why you put it on the door, on the outside of the door. Okay,
yes,
all right. Anything else you may want to tell me regarding this particular case?
Not at this time, thank you.
All righty. And Miss Carrier, Mr. Thomas.
Yeah, we're here.
To defend yourselves.
Okay, I was listening to all what she was saying. One thing we did clean up. We do clean up after the dogs. She does, his mom does, but she got her back's been bugging her, so she's been trying to do everything else. We had trash clean. We had everything clean with everything. We should improve to you. I think. We did pay the 700 for was it June? I think she said it was June. Yeah, June. May and June. Well, we did because we have proof of receipts of it for it because he goes to I give him my money part of the 400 and get hers, and we all get the receipts money orders together, and that's what it is. I mean,
I see.
He made copies of it and sent to you. So I mean, we're trying to get. Yeah, we do clean up. I mean, because we had what's it called? Help the houses. You have health inspectors when they come in and tell you make sure you clean up your environment, like inside or outside. Well, we do clean, and another thing is, it's hard to answer the door if we're not here or when we're doing something else.
So I do show the money orders, which show that there's a money order for 300 and 400, both for May and June. And these money orders were delivered to the plaintiff. How did y'all pay June's rent? Y'all just took it up there or what?
Well.
Whenever y'all paid June's rent, how did y'all pay it? Did y'all just take it up there to the office? Did y'all mail it? Is it a Dropbox? How did y'all?
He mailed it in. He mailed it in because sometimes he can mail it in or go up there and put it in the office. If it's like one of the days where it's raining and he don't feel like walking, he'll just text message her and say, "Oh, I'll send my mail." And he messaged her a couple times.
Now, what about July?
Well, July, we have still got July payment, but she's doing all this, and we're going to use that to get another place because we can't be in a hot house. Our air conditioning doesn't work because of electricity.
So you've already.
And his mother went to the hospital because of heat exhaustion, and she just got out and went to stay at a friend's house because of it.
So you all.
That's why she's not here.
So y'all in the process of moving out?
Yeah, we're trying to get a better place that would be good and have air conditioning where electricity's better. This house is not good. It had fires before, back when we had before we switched landlords and stuff, and everything else. It's not a good environment. It was okay, but it was fine. Then after that, it stopped.
So you're saying that you didn't pay June's rent because you got the notice?
July.
So, when did you realize she was evicting you? What day?
She gave us 3 days. Yeah, she gave us 3 days to get out, but how are we going to do that when we don't know where else to go? It's going to take forever to get all this stuff out of the house. That's why we're trying to find where to go at the time.
So your rent is usually due on the 1st, right?
Okay.
The 3rd.
The 3rd?
Yeah, the 3rd.
According to your lease, let's see here.
She supposed to reschedule, put it on 3rd because of Or the money issue, not the first.
Says you must pay your rent on or before the first of each month.
My money, usually when my money comes in at the end of the month, and his money comes on the second, and then hers comes in first, and then then he goes up and pays it because he is on the.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
What happens is, I think one of the things where you're getting it somewhat confused. The first is when it's due, and if it's not paid by the third, that's where they can make you pay additional fees. That's a late fee.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying is that because beyond disabled checks and stuff, beyond security, each of us have different days our money comes in to order to pay the bills and rent. So that's the reason. And we have trouble with his mom getting the money to us because sometimes she'll would start, you know how people are, they don't complain a lot. So that's the reason why we had trouble getting that part of for July, if we did pay July, if we were still here. Since we're getting evicted at the time, we said we use that part for another house.
Okay. And so have y'all had any luck trying to find somewhere else to stay?
Well, I don't know, but I got in contact with this one guy. He said he owns houses. I don't know for sure exactly, but there's supposed to be some houses around some at the street that I don't know of. But we're still looking.
Okay. All right. Ms. Hestelow, you have anything else you want to tell me?
I do. She is correct. I did. This ledger is showing they have paid the rent for June.
Okay.
So that part is correct.
Okay. And the notice to vacate, based on your testimony, was given to them on July 5th. Is that right?
Yes, but the money came in after the fact.
Okay. So it was mailed to y'all as like what she's saying. It was mailed to y'all. Y'all got it in the mail.
Yes. Well, in our Dropbox, but we applied it. So in July, when we received it, accounting applied it to the June that was not paid yet. Then I made a note and said, hey, do not accept any more money from them because I have actually filed for an eviction. So we still do not have rent for July.
Okay. And so she did provide receipts showing that she paid rent. I don't know. You're saying she owed $50 for May. She's, according to the money order they provided, it was $700 that was mailed to you all. The receipts on the money order show is May 2nd. I'm just trying to figure out where the $50 comes in. So it's going to be hard for me to award you the $50 for May. Don't know, if you all's accounting mechanism allows, if it's based on whenever it was generated or when you actually received it. And everyone's different. I know, like with me, if someone were to mail me something today, and I don't get it until end of this month, I have to take into consideration the day it was postmarked as timely filed because of post office. And that happens in many instances, but there's some that it can and cannot. So we do see here that they fully owe for July. They do.
Yes, sir.
And based on the testimony, they did not pay July because they started looking for somewhere else to stay because they got the notice to vacate. And your notice to vacate, it does not specify pay up or quit, to my knowledge. Does it say just have 3 days?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a TAA.
Yeah, it's a TAA. Let's see here. So it just
notice to vacate.
Yeah. So and you don't have to give them that option in Texas. So just got to vacate. So with that being said, based on the testimony as well as documentation, I do believe that they owe for July. It's just the way it's adding up. They owe $700 for July, and we cannot calculate August yet because it's August 1st. Before I rule in today's case, Ms. Carrier or Mr. Thomas, did y'all have anything else y'all might want to tell me before I close out today's case?
I was thinking when you were talking to him. Well, like you said about us, like we said about looking for another place, that's 100. But the 50.
I'm sorry, you.
I was thinking everything. He was telling me. When the electricity messed up, it caused he bought some air conditioners to put in the house, James did, and since the other one that was in the house before in the bedroom went out, and then we had to put them ones in the living room in the other bedroom that he bought, and it come out to be $600, and they went out because of electricity.
Okay.
And
let me make sure I got this straight. Whenever you moved into the house, did it have window units whenever you moved in?
Only one in the bedroom. Yes, in one bedroom.
And you're saying that the electricity went out and caused the air conditioning to go out as well. It's been
blowing the fuse a lot lately, and we've been trying to switch it all sometimes too.
So you're saying it's blowing fuses?
It blows fuses every time. But the living room went. Yeah.
All right. So initially, this house had one air conditioning unit, right?
Yes, that was the bedroom that me and him was staying in.
And you added more you added more window units afterwards.
Yes, two. Yeah, we bought two.
Did you get
so we can keep it cool?
Did you get permission from the landlord to purchase the air conditioning units?
This is when we were with Dan. Before we went with we was with Dan at the time before we were with Jackie and the other one.
So this was prior to 2018?
Yeah, when we were with Dan went to go pick him up, and then when he gave Dan the money to pick up the 2 units so we can use it to cool off.
So you say you were with Dan?
I can clarify.
We were with Dan before, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so whenever you were with whenever someone else was managing the property, they allowed you to bring in more window units.
Yes, when we were with him, he was allowing it. He was trying to fix up place before they changed the property to Debbie. Then we switched from Debbie to Jackie.
Let me ask you this: when did y'all start having problems with the electricity?
I'm trying to forget this. No. Yeah.
When did y'all start having problems with the electricity?
Electricity. When we started having problems with electricity? After we got with Jackie.
Did y'all contact Ms. Hestelow to talk about the electrical problems?
We contacted them. She messaged us several times, and she did send somebody out to look at it, and he said it was one room that had problems with electricity, but it's all through the house. Because in the attic, the wires were all faulty wires.
Yeah, because it crossed over.
So who told you they were faulty wires?
We had a pest control one time that we did for the spray outside the house, so for the spiders and roaches and stuff. But we didn't get to do the inside. We couldn't do the inside. We did the attic and all that, so we can keep the bugs and stuff. So far from everything else, we've been trying to get rid of the bugs. Actually, also we have Oh yeah, that too. What about the back? That kind? Oh yeah, we have. You know how people have the old timey bathtubs with the legs. Well, his mom couldn't get into it. She has trouble getting in to a bathtub like that. She's got to get into a regular bathtub or walk-in shower.
Okay. So I just want to, Miss Carey, I just want to make sure I'm trying to get a good indication as to exactly what's going on, but I want to make sure, let's stick to the electricity, okay? Now, you stated that the old owner or manager allowed y'all to bring in more window units. Who bought those window units? Did y'all did, or did the other management company?
James did.
I paid for them.
He paid for them.
Mr. Thomas did.
He paid, yes.
Okay, so Mr. Thomas paid for, he bought some more window units.
And then gave Dan the money to go pick them up so he can bring them in and put them in. And then they put in for him after he gave them the money for him to buy them.
So James Thomas gave the management company the money to buy the units and to install.
Yes, his money.
Okay. And what you're telling me is that you were having electrical issues after where it kept blowing fuses, and that the Bentwood sent someone over to repair that, but you all had to buy another window unit because the electrical issue.
Oh, we didn't get another. Well, wait. I'm gonna hold you there for a minute. We didn't get another one. We got that when we were Dan. Before we were Jackie and the other realtor.
Okay. So you didn't buy you didn't buy another window unit.
No, because we didn't have the money. We're on Social Security, and I make like less than most people do on Social Security, and then I try to pay probably half the rent, and also pay the cable, the electricity, and all that.
Okay. All right. Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
So when did you? So you submitted the request to have electricity fixed, but it hadn't been fixed, and you're saying that the house it doesn't have all of the window units working because you got electrical issues. Is that what you're telling me?
It fried the 2 units, the electricity did. And then later on, was it in October when the oven went out?
Yeah.
In October, our oven went out. Then before the icebox went out, one time they put air freeze in it. Then after that, then it went out again and it stopped.
Okay, did they replace it?
No.
What was that again, sir?
Did they replace it?
They only placed it one time, like sometimes. Look, yeah. When we had Debbie, it was placed, but that was our second of landlord. Then when we went to Jackie and stuff, it's when it went out on that one. And the stove, we never got replaced. So everything was messing up because of electricity.
And all of these appliances were inside the home whenever y'all moved in.
Actually, the stove was a stove. The stove was in here. The stove only, right?
There was no stove.
There was no stove, no icebox when we first moved in.
So y'all bought all of that yourself?
Danny had to put it in. And he had to, also, did he do the sink in the bathroom? Yeah, the sink in the bathroom too. He did that.
Why are you bringing this up? Tell me why you're bringing this up.
I'm just saying it's all this, I don't know. When the house was clean when we had Jackie before then, and we were trying to get everything. When we found out we had that, we told her to fix it, and she didn't.
I list of stuff that we fixed. And she transferred the house to Jackie, that was supposed to go too.
Oh, yeah.
She never fixed.
That's why we're bringing it up, because when you switch landlords, each landlord was supposed to get a copy of a list of what needs to be fixed and stuff before it happened. And that's the reason why, and that's another reason why we can't, and because I don't want his mom to go and come back home and be in the hospital when we still have to find that place. Use that 700, that's all I'm saying.
You already said that she went to Jackie the hospital bill.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to say, but yeah. I'm done. I'm done talking about it now. Sir.
Okay.
No?
I said, okay, I'm just looking through some stuff, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Ms. Histolo,
Yes, sir.
the defendants, you heard some of the statements that they provided regarding the electrical issues. So tell me what's going on with regards to the maintenance request for electricity.
So we did send an electrician out there, or over there. That's how we were made aware of the trash and the bed bugs and the dog feces and urine. So we were giving them a time frame to be able to clean all of that up. They were to get back with us because it was an unsafe environment. And the electrician said, I'm not going back in because there's also minimal walk space through the home. So he was not able to access everything due to trash and items that were inside the house.
And what day was this that he noted that he or she, not gonna say, I'm not gonna be by women electricians as well.
I'm looking at an invoice, but I do not have a date. Let me be clearer on that. They went out, I can see the latest one right here, or the furthest out was November. They have been back out there since, but I do not have a date in front of me on that. We also did send pest control back out there, but again, they were not able to do their job to go in because the trash still had not been cleaned up. So this has been going on for several months now.
Do you all keep track of the dates that you contact the contractors to come out? And
yes, sir.
What day did y'all contract? Call the electrician and call the pest control.
I'm going to try to look in our software and hope it doesn't knock me out of here.
Okay.
Okay, I have September 24th. We sent someone September 29th, November 8th, December 6th, we sent pest control. Then in between all of that, we did not send a professional over there, but we did send staff by, and it was still not cleaned up.
Okay.
I'm not going to have dates on that because I just tell them, hey, will you please go by here? They could see through the windows that there were still trash and other items everywhere. Instead of calling us or messaging us through our system or through our email, Mr. Thomas always wants to use Facebook. So that is my, for whatever reason, contact with him. We have tried to call the phone numbers on there and they are not working.
Okay. And so, to your, defense and the allegations, you're stating that you did send an electrician over November 8th, December 24th, December 29th, and you were informed by the electrician on one of those dates, I can assume November 8th, that he cannot repair the home because there's minimum, the crawl space was, he just couldn't get around to make the necessary repairs because of the way the house was kept up. And so you have records of showing that you did send the pest control person over there December 6th, and he could not accurately take care of the bed bugs or any rodent issues that the tenants may have requested because of the conditions of the home. And based on your sworn testimony, you stated that they were supposed to get back with you once they cleaned the house up so that you could send someone back over there to take care of first the pest control and then the electrician. Because I'm not a pest control person. I'm not an electrician by trade, but I do know that if you do have rodent issues, that could have some type of impact on the wiring, because they do gnaw at the wires at times. That's rodents, and so that I do know of, just being a homeowner. And having a shed, unfortunately, rodents do some damage. So
we do, and this may not be relevant, and it might be. So they had, Mr. Thomas had email or Facebook messaged and said that he was having issues with his mother, and she was running around in the yard. And I'm going to get to my point with this. There's a point. With just her bra and underwear on. So we did contact Waco Police Department to do a well check. They did go over there. I don't know who called code enforcement. Code enforcement did go over there as well. They have been in contact with us. They also sent us pictures showing, again, nothing has been cleaned up. It still has toilet paper with feces on it. There's still trash everywhere. It's nothing's been touched. Now, that was as of just a few weeks ago.
Okay, and more than likely, if Waco Police Department were called out and if the home needed to have the city come through, they would have noted that, and then someone from the city of Waco Police Department could have sent that referral to the inspections department for them to go by there. So that could have happened. Okay.
Yes, along with Adult Protective Services.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, with that being said, based on everything that has been presented to me up until this point, it is my opinion that the plaintiff, Bentwood Properties, on behalf of David Corey, proved to me that they did everything they were legally supposed to do up until this point. What that means is that there's going to be a judgment against you, Mr. Thomas. The judgment is going to be for back rent, and that's going to be for the month of July, and that's $700. As well as the court cost that was paid to the court. Looks like the plaintiff paid $144 to have this case heard. I am going to award that amount to them as well. And I said them, this is to Bentwood on behalf of Mr. David Corey. So that's going to give a total judgment in favor of the plaintiff of $844. Now, with that being said, Mr. Thomas, and I understand you can hear me, or I'm asking that you, Ms. Carrier, you relay this information to him. You do have the right to appeal my decision. Appealing my decision means that you disagree with me ruling in favor of the plaintiff. If you choose to file your appeal, it must be done by a certain date, and that is next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is August the 9th, okay? So you have up until Tuesday, August the 9th, to file your legal disagreement, which is also called an appeal with me. Now, in order to do that, you would have to do one of two things, okay? You would have to post an appeals bond of $1,400. If you cannot afford the appeals bond of $1,400, I am encouraging you to contact someone from Lone Star Legal Aid, and they can assist you with regards to your appeal. Okay, that's as far as I can take it. As far as giving you resources, that's a resource you can use. It's Lone Star Legal Aid. Now, if you do not appeal on or before Tuesday, August 9th, and you still are occupying the premises, then at that time, you, Ms. Hesterlow, on behalf of the plaintiff, can file your writ of possession. If it gets to that point where the plaintiff files a writ of possession, then the constable will give you, Mr. Thomas, and all occupants a 24-hour written notice to move out. If you're not out within a specified date and time, then they will be back over there to act as security, and then Bentwood, on behalf of Mr. Curry, will be able to safely remove all of your personal belongings and put them in a designated location. Usually it's on the front lawn. Again, you have up until next Tuesday, August 9th to appeal. And if you have questions about appealing, I encourage you to contact someone from Lone Star Legal Aid. That being said, court's adjourned.